Miss a headline, never miss a story, never miss the news.
Oh boy, now we have some lane closures because of that fire that Kim Vestal's been telling you about.
Eucalyptus trees evidently burning.
Download the Odyssey app and favorite KCBS to stream the Bay Area's news station whenever and wherever.
Now we've got crews arriving. CHP have shut down the 3 right lanes southbound because of the situation.
We are the Bay Area's news station, KCBS.
CBS News Time, 10:18, and we are first for traffic with Dave Fox, who's checking on a crash on Highway 92 in San Mateo.
Westbound 92 at Delaware. The off-ramp may still be affected by this crash, but it looks like lanes of 92 themselves have just been cleared. That said, we've got slow traffic coming off of northbound 101 onto westbound. Bigger slowdowns developing on 101 on the peninsula. The first crash was northbound 101 before Marsh Road. A couple of cars sideways in the lanes on the right side as traffic backed up. Oh, looks like we have a new problem northbound 101 at Willow, because that's where traffic all of a sudden is coming to us. Traffic backed up to Oregon Expressway. If you're in the area, see the details on that second crash. 415-391 KCBS 391-5227 is the KCBS phone force number. In the South Bay, northbound 280 as you come off of the northbound 87 right before Race Street. Crash there blocking at least the right lane. That's got traffic backed up on 280, also affecting the ramp from northbound 87. In the Central Valley, still ongoing problems in Ripon, northbound 99 before you get to Jacktone Road. It was trailer. Now the trailer, the forklift, all out of the way. Now it's emergency road work in the left lane, fixing the pavement and center divide. Traffic is backed up for miles out of Modesto. Your next traffic update, 10:28 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
Hey, good morning. Meteorologist Jessica Birch here. Daytime highs today are still around average in San Francisco, getting up to 67 degrees, 88 in our inland 86 in the North Bay. Our coast is still sitting in the low 60s, but we warm up as we head into the weekend forecast. Sunshine on the way, especially for our North Bay and inland East Bay, where we're expecting 90s as early as Saturday. Low 90s, though, and don't worry about it. We cool right back down to the 80s as we head into Sunday and into next work week. I know a lot of events are going on anywhere from Saratoga all the way up into the North Bay, so we are going to keep you updated on that forecast here in the Weather Center. But for now, I'm meteorologist Jessica Birch with your KCBS KPI 5 First Look forecast.
Traffic and weather together on the 8th on All News 106.9 and AM 740 KCBS.
This summer is the perfect time to hit the open road in a new Chevy. Find exciting new possibilities, new perspectives, and new ways to have fun in the sun. With its impressive towing capability, Chevy selects the boat out and making some waves. With its off-road capabilities and an EPA estimated 33 miles per gallon highway, Chevy Trailblazer is open to new points of view. And with its many safety features and an EPA estimated 31 miles per gallon highway, Chevy is open to weekend getaways with confidence in every drive. Start a summer and see how a new Chevy can help you go a little farther. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer. 2022 Chevy Trailblazer front-wheel drive, EPA estimated 29 miles per gallon city, 33 highway with 1.3-liter engine. 2022 Chevy Equinox front-wheel drive, EPA estimated 26 miles per gallon city, 31 highway with 1.5-liter engine.
Your home is a one-of-a-kind piece of art, a palette of design elements reflecting your personal aesthetic. For 20 years, All Natural Stone's exclusive collection of luxury tile, exotic and specialty natural stone, and masterfully engineered porcelain has been transforming homes into pieces of livable art. Visit one of All Natural Stone's 4 Bay Area showrooms in Berkeley, Dublin, Burlingame, San Jose, or allnaturalstone.com and find your inspiration. You can dine in art, entertain in art, lounge in art, relax in art. You can live in art.
KCBS News Time, 10:22. Our Newswatch continues. If you recently recovered from COVID-19, you may feel like you can let your guard down a little bit more than usual. But that might not be such a great idea as the BA.5 variant becomes more dominant. KCBS's Kathy Novak reports.
It's not an exact science, but the general thinking was that if you recently had COVID, your natural immunity would protect you from getting reinfected for about 3 months. But UCSF infectious disease expert Dr. Peter Chin Hong says it's time to rethink that.
Because it's BA.5 taking over, if you got infected a few weeks ago, it was likely BA.2 or BA.2.12.1, and BA.5 is notorious. Its superpower is reinfection. So maybe you can get it reinfected in about 4 weeks.
He says the prevalence of the highly transmissible variant makes it even more important for people over 50 to get their second booster shot. It helps protect against getting seriously ill and may help prevent infection for at least a few weeks.
If you top your antibodies off, sure, it's not 100% guaranteed, particularly in a BA5 era, but you do have more protection compared to somebody who's not boosted.
Tune in to As Prescribed at 1:30 p.m. to hear more. Kathy Novak, KCBS.
In the meantime, hospital admissions and deaths from COVID are on the rise as this latest variant asserts its dominance. States and cities are rethinking their COVID responses. For instance, Los Angeles County health officials are considering bringing back the indoor mask mandate if current trends continue. And the White House is stepping up its effort to alert. On the Money Watch at 10:25 on KCBS, and Jason Brooks says economic concerns are weighing on investors today.
Threat inflation dominating the stock market right now. A day after the hottest consumer price index reading since 1981, the government's producer price index surged a much stronger than expected 11.3% in June from a year earlier. Wall Street now bracing for a full percentage point rate hike at the Fed meeting later this month as the Fed tries to get a handle on inflation. A Nomura analyst note says the outright acceleration in consumer inflation for the second consecutive month will likely encourage Fed members to push for a 100 basis point hike. Last time the Fed raised rates by a full percentage point was in early 1989. And that's causing some pressure on the stock market, along with big second quarter profit drops at Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan Chase. Dow losing 104, S&P moving lower by 43, although the market well off session lows. At one point, the Dow is down well over 600 points. On the Money Watch, Jason Brooks, KCBS.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with a push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Beth Miller Rowe is the Bay Area's reverse mortgage specialist. With over 35 years' experience, Beth offers a variety of reverse mortgage programs such as FHA insured home equity conversion mortgage and even jumbo reverse mortgages. Whether you own your home against it, a reverse mortgage may provide financial freedom to better enjoy your retirement years. Reverse mortgages have changed so much in the last 10 years. Now is the time to call Beth at the Reverse Mortgage Group at 925-969-0380. Beth is located here in the Bay Area, offering free consultations at 0380 or go to callbeth.net. Borrower must pay property taxes, insurance, HOA dues, live in and maintain the home. NMLS 294774/1850/831612. Licensed under the Department of Business Oversight under CRM. Equal housing opportunity. Never miss a headline. Never miss a story. Never miss the news. Download the Odyssey app and favorite KCBS to stream the Bay Area's news station whenever and wherever. That's AUDACY and favorite KCBS. Stream the Bay Area's news station whenever and wherever. Download the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY and favorite KCBS. Stream KCBS for news, traffic, weather, business, and more. That's AUDACY and favorite KCBS.
And we are first for traffic on KCBS 1028. And from your local Honda dealers traffic center, here's Dave Powell.
We got a couple of crashes for the peninsula northbound 101 before Marsh Road. That was the scene of the original accident. A couple of cars, they blocked the right lanes. Looks like at least one lane may still be blocked there. But in the backup, northbound 101 at Willow, a 3 cars wrecked in the left lane. That's why traffic bumper to bumper now from Oregon Expressway. Earlier problems westbound 92 clear just west of Delaware. So the drive in San Mateo on 92 and on 101 for that matter looking pretty good. Also looks good right now on the Golden Gate Bridge, but watch out. They are doing some road repairs. They're going to run full traffic brakes on and off for the next little while. Could stop traffic for up to 5 minutes at a time. So right now, a good drive between San Francisco and Marin County, but keep an eye on that. If you do end up stuck in traffic, it will be brief. Your next traffic update, 10:38 on the traffic leader, KCBS.
And we are checking your KCBS Bay Area weather forecast. Coastal and bay fog this morning, partly cloudy skies inland, breezy in the 50s, turning sunny today through Sunday after some morning overcast conditions. Highs will be in the 60s at the beaches, 70s and 80s around the bay, to the upper 80s inland, and in low 90s tomorrow all the way through the weekend. And it looks as though some of the marine layer is breaking up over the bay this hour. Traffic and weather together on the 8s on All News 106.9 and AM 740.
5X480, Dayton B100 V-Belt, one of the many parts Ranger carries. It's also the item that helped Rob carry the day. The job was on hold, deadline fast approaching, but a quick search on Ranger.com and Rob found his on the same-day pickup at his local branch. He and his crew got the job done safely and on time. Get supplies and solutions for every industry with real-time product availability. Call, click Ranger.com, or just stop by. Ranger, those who get it done.
Nature Valley has helped restore access to 10,000 miles of national park trails, and we're on our way to restoring even more, because every mile is a new memory. Life happens out there. Nature Valley.
News that matters to you. Around the bay, around the world, around the clock. All News 106.9 and AM KCBS.
It's Thursday, July 14, 2022, and coming up on KCBS, feeling hangry. Thing. We have information on where you can find the best gas prices in the Bay Area.
I'm David Welch. Oakland officials point to city events as a contributor to lower homicide rates.
And good morning. For Rebecca Corral, I'm Brett Burkhart. The overcast conditions over the Bay breaking up. It'll burn to the coast, and we have a lot of sunshine, and we're warming up just in time for your weekend. It's 10:31.
Yes, News Brief. President Biden's been awarded the Israeli Presidential Medal of Honor in recognition of 50 years of support for the country. The president praised Israel and says the U.S. will always be by its side.
You have an ironclad commitment from the United States of America to Israel's security.
Everyone's been accounted for in Virginia now, where strong storms caused flash floods. Billy Crimes is with the state's emergency management.
This was a monumental search effort, a lot of area that we had to cover. 30 road miles worth of areas and about 400 structures.
About 150 homes were destroyed. Twitter's back up and running for millions of people who didn't have access to the platform for a while this morning. CBS's Dan Patterson has details.
Users had a fairly unusual message that stated it was over capacity.
The site was down for about an hour. Brief. I'm Monica Ricks.
KCBS News Time 10:32. Turns out we do get a little grumpy when we're hungry. A new research paper shows getting angry or irritable when you're hungry is a real thing. And for more, we are joined on the KCBS Ring Central Newsline by Viren Swamy, professor of social psychology at Anglia Ruskin University in Cambridge. Wow, thank you so much for joining us. Thank goodness you are validating what I thought for years.
And what I thought for years as well. And the people always say to me, you're always being hangry. And I always kind of had it at the back of my mind that this is something I should go and investigate to see whether being hangry is a real thing or not.
I always thought it was just a slang word and something that we made up, but it's an actual scientific.
Well, it is now.
Okay.
And in fact, it was known that it occurs in lots of non-human species as well. So, for example, some species of flies and some fish tend to get more aggressive when they're hungry. And it's been found in humans as well, but this is the first study that looks at the impact of hunger in a real-world setting outside the lab.
That's so interesting. So it sounds like you're maybe pointing to a fight or flight response. In other words, aggressive when they're hungry because they gotta eat to stay alive, right?
Except in humans, what we think is happening is that when you're feeling hungry, we tend to interpret information and stimuli in the environment around us in a more negative and emotional way. I'll give you a simple example. Say I'm feeling hungry right now, and one like you might be asking me lots of questions. I would interpret that information in a more negative way, and that might make you more irritable and more angry. If I was full, if I was satiated, if I just had a meal and you asked me the same questions, I might not be likely interpret that same information in such a negative way.
You know what's interesting to me is that when I'm irritable, it gets in the way of recognizing that I'm hungry. Do you think that's the case in many people?
Certainly, I think we know different what we call interoceptive sensibility. That's the degree to which people have an awareness of their bodily cues, not just hunger, but other cues as well, like your heartbeat or thirst. Some people are much better at recognizing their bodily cues than others, and those individuals may be much more aware of when they're getting hungry.
Yeah, I've had this discussion with my sister for many, many years about being hangry. And then we go to dinner, and she says, "I'm sorry, I was hangry." And so she apologizes for the past couple of hours where she was hungry. Does feeling full then have the opposite?
That's something we don't really know, but what the sister is actually doing is actually the right thing. So there's something called affect labeling. Affect labeling is a technical term, but what it simply means is putting a label on your emotion. So if you're feeling hangry, one good tip is to label that feeling hangry, and that gives you a clue about what you should do next. If you're feeling hangry, go and find some food.
Yeah, kind of having a warning light on your forehead for everybody, and so you were just telling everybody, I'm hungry, I'm hangry, stay out of my way.
More importantly, telling yourself recognize that their levels of anger might be being caused by their hunger. So being able to label that anger is being caused by your levels of hunger is really important.
Really good information and validating for sure. Viren Swami, thank you so much for your time. He's the professor of social psychology at Anglia Ruskin University in Cambridge, joining us on the KCBS Ring Central Newsline. Gas prices is more important than ever, and KCBS is tracking the best bargains for you across the Bay Area. So here is a list of some of the best bargains, and these are all cash deals, by the way. In San Francisco, Speedway Express on the corner of 19th Avenue and Santiago Street, $5.59. Millbrae at the Arco on the corner of Rollins Road and Millbrae Avenue, $5.49. In San Jose at Diamond Gallery Road, $5.49 a gallon. In Richmond at the United Oil on 23rd Street, $4.99. And in Mill Valley at the Arco on Redwood Highway, $5.39 a gallon. If you know of a station that beats these prices, give KCBS a call at 415-474-KCBS. That's 474-5227. We have an issue on 101 in Menlo Park. To the details in 2 minutes with Dave Fowkes on KCBS.
Now during Envision Toyota of Milpitas Sizzling Summer Sales Event, you can get as low as 1.9% APR financing on select new Toyotas, including Corollas and Camrys, RAV4s and Tacomas. Save even more with no money down on approved credit when you buy any new Toyota. Shop online anytime at EnvisionToyotaofMilpitas.com or in person with the 883 Mall Parkway meet. Call 855-973-2594 for details. For sizzling summer savings, the right decision is Envision Honda of Milpitas. With over 300 new cars arriving soon, reserve yours today. Now, get 1.9% financing on a new 2022 Honda Passport or Pilot, and special financing on other models too, including hybrids. For the right sizzling summer deals, it's Envision Honda of Milpitas.